Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you're new, my name is Kezia. Well, my name is Kezia anyway, even if you're not new, but you know, if you didn't know that, now you know. My name is Kezia. This is my panning channel. I love project panning. I've been knowing about it for about a year and I don't know, 3 months? Maybe. That's when I actually got wind of what a panning project was. And I was like, okay, I am getting a lot of products in my collection and I'm not that great at using them, even if I like it when I use them. But, you know, I don't use them that often. So I was like, okay, let's see what we can do in a year. And I was kind of blown away when I saw how much I had actually finished. So if you're interested in seeing how well I actually did, head over to my yearly empties. It was a lot. Anyway, today I thought I would talk a little about my goals for 2023 and my little reward system that I have going on. And my spreadsheet looks like this. This is in my bullet journal. I haven't really decorated the front yet, but I have like entered my inventory numbers and stuff from last year until this year. I have my pen projects here. Or not these are actually all the panning projects that I've seen out there that I'm the littlest bit of interested in, you know, so that I know until next year which ones I have done and which ones I would like to do and stuff. We have some rules for another project. I have a no pan left behind spreadsheet here and I love this so much, and it will also help me keep track of what I was actually hitting pan on this year versus last year and stuff. And now, like I said, we have one for goals and rewards. So let me go through it and we're going to talk about them kind of interchangeably, like one step at a time. What will I reward myself in this, like at this goal, if I reach this goal, and so on. And so we're going to start with my first goal, which is to finish one thing from each and every category. Now I have several different inventories and one of them have like things combined. So I don't care if I pan a liquid lipstick or a bullet lipstick. Like a lipstick is a lipstick to me. You use them in the same way. And I have like bath products. I only have to use one. I don't have to use every single category within those. So, you know, there are broader categories, but there are still like, I don't know, 40 categories or something in that inventory that I have to finish something in. And last year I had the same goal and I did meet it. It was really down to the last minute though, because one of the categories I finished the last month. So that was exciting. I don't have a reward for this. I just want to do it. And whenever I have hit my goal of finishing something in each and every category, I can do whatever I want. I can finish more things or I can try to hit pan on things, you know, but this is my overall goal. Then I want to pan a palette to completion. If you have seen my pan that palette, you will see that I have one palette that I want to hit pan on in as many shades as possible, hopefully all of them. And the other one is a baby panda palette and I want to finish that off. I have never finished a whole panda palette. I have only hit a lot of pans and I've finished one eyeshadow last year for this goal to finish one thing in each and every category. And so I thought, well, let's do a whole palette, but let's start a little bit smaller, you know, with a baby panda palette. Because my goal after that is to hit pan in all of my palettes with eyeshadow in them. If it's a face palette and it has eyeshadow in it, I want to hit pan on the palette. And if I hit pan on all the palettes with eyeshadow in it, I will reward myself with the Exotic Pop palette. Now, this is the palette that I've had in my collection. You've seen it many times on this channel if you've been here before. But I had to declutter it because it was getting old. It was smelling really bad. It didn't perform the best, but I did swatch a few of the shades and I was like, okay, I love these shades. I really want them in my collection. But I have played around with it recently, so maybe I should have this as a goal, you know, and that's when I thought of this. I can reward myself after having used all of my other palettes and feel like I'm on track here, you know? Then I can go back and actually buy it again. So that's my reward for that. This might take me 1.5 years because I am getting new palettes in. I know that I will get at least 8 because I have 8 months, I think, left on my ZC subscription, and I get at least one palette in every single box or bag that I get. So I know that this will be hard. It will be hard to hit pan on more than is getting in every month, you know, but I will try. I think I have about 40 palettes that I need to hit pan on. And I did hit pan on about 90 eyeshadows last year. So I'm guessing if I do like half of them in my pan palette and the rest are hit from different palettes, then I should maybe be able to do this year. But it's a lofty goal. This is my like biggest goal and my like loftiest goal that I feel like, okay, I might not be able to do it this year, but I really, really want to, and I feel like maybe. Wish me good luck. But anyway, if I don't want this palette, the Exotic Pop palette, if I don't want that by the time I have hit pan on all the other palettes, you know, I can reward myself with something else, or maybe I don't want a reward by that. Who knows? But, you know, I will have it there. It's like a wish list. Think about it for a year. If you still want it, you can buy it, you know? Something like that. My fourth goal is to lower my inventory numbers. Now, this will be difficult as well in one way, but I will have a series called Beauty Balance, which is like a beauty balance, makeup rehab, low buy thing, project, to help me with this. But I really want to lower my inventory numbers. I was actually doing pretty well last year until the advent calendars came. And I know that I love advent calendars. That's the best way of getting things to me. And I'm thinking, if I don't buy anything else, if I just have the ZC subscription and then I can buy a few advent calendars and not go totally overboard like I have the last 2 years, if I just do that and don't buy, you know, stuff during the year too much, I think I can do this. I am very good at panning. I am very good at finishing things off. At least I was last year. We'll see how I'll do this year. But I feel like this should be okay. Like I think I should be able to do this. And here's where the reward system comes in. Because I want to really motivate myself to lower my inventory numbers. I have counted my inventory, and all in all, I have 1,404 products. That is crazy. That's really crazy. That is a lot of products. I also know it's easy to go overboard. I added about 300 products last year. More than I finished. So I've gone up 300 products, which is not good. But that makes me think that it's not that easy to hold back, especially when the advent calendars come, and it's very easy to just inflate the numbers. But I have some rewards here, and I've said that if I go down 100 and actually 104 or 105, so that I'm under 1,300 products, I will be able to reward myself with makeup brushes. I think this is a good reward because it won't inflate my numbers, because I don't really count makeup brushes or sponges or, you know, tools or something in my inventory. So even if I buy those, they will not derail me for my goal to lower my inventory numbers. Then I'm thinking of having rewards for when I go under 1,200 items and under 1,100 items. I haven't figured that out yet, what I want to give myself then. But when I finally get under 1,000 items, which, you know, we'll see if that ever happens, but if I ever do that, I will give myself the opportunity to buy a Natasha Denona palette. Now, if you've been on this channel, you know that I am all about advent calendars and subscription boxes and mystery boxes. That is where I get like 95% of everything I own. So when I see a palette that costs like $70, $80, I'm like, in your dreams. You know, I will never buy that because it's too expensive. Like even on sale, like $50. And now I've seen like quads for $50, and I'm like, how is anyone paying this for 4 shades? That is crazy to me. But I was thinking, I have had my eyes on the Glam palette, I think it's called, by Natasha Denona. Every time somebody talks about this palette and shows it, I'm like, oh, that is such a gorgeous palette. And sometimes they just show it and I haven't seen, you know, I'm doing something else during the time and I just see something pop up and I'm like, wow, that's a gorgeous palette. And then they say, oh, this is the Glam for Natasha Denona. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen this before. Of course, I think it's great. So that is a palette that I've been into for months. But let's see if I'm into it when I reach, you know, under 1,000 items. This will, of course, add to my inventory numbers, but only by one. And it's something that if I want it in like 5 years, if I ever go down under 1,000 products again, then I think I've deserved it. I will also give myself like money back for everything I finish. So if I lower my inventory numbers and don't spend that money, then I should have that money to be able to spend on that. So I think it's a good reward and it's something that I'm already looking forward to. Whenever the time comes, of course I will look for it on sale and stuff, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But I have to lower my inventory by 400 products. And hopefully that will be mostly, you know, things that I've emptied and not decluttered. Of course I can declutter a few things, but you know, I like using things up. And that brings us to the fifth and final goal, which is to not spend more money than I use up, if that makes any sense. Whenever I finish an item, I get the money back for it that I paid for it, not the retail value. And that money I can spend on other beauty products. And this is because I don't really want to invest more than I've already invested in this hobby. If I have beauty products worth $1,000, which of course is a ridiculously low sum if you have over 1,000 products. But let's say for the sake of it, I have a beauty collection that I've paid $1,000 for. Then I don't want to have an inventory that is worth like $2,000 next year. Like I don't want to have more money in this hobby, if that makes any sense. I hope it makes sense. So yeah, that's my 5 goals. So 1, finish one thing from each and every category. 2, pan a palette to completion. 3, hit pan in every palette with eyeshadow in it. 4, lower my inventories. And 5, don't spend more than I use up. So those are my goals. Let me know what your goals are if you have any for this next year. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and that I'll see you next time. Bye.